Datamine in a nutshell, November 2023. Guys, before we begin, hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe if you haven't, and this video will describe or will show you all the new sync pairs of the November 2023 update, as well as all rerunning banners of this update as well. So let me know in the comment section who you are scouting for in this update, and if you want to help me make more of these videos, you can go ahead to my coffee.com/splgum page. Help me out with my computer upgrade by giving me or buying me a coffee so that I can continue making videos of this sort to you guys, because DNA has just been stingier and stingier and eviler for the last several months. Same for my work. My bosses have changed. And let's just say that the new updates of my work is not so good. Very not good. So help me out. Highly appreciate it if you could become a member, or if you could buy me a coffee at splgum.com, or rather coffee.com/splgum. But a thumbs up, a subscribe, a share will do the trick as well if you have nothing or you cannot do anything monetarily. So without further ado, let us begin with the first sync pair of this update, which is Signesuit Roxy and an amped form, Toxtricity. We have wanted Toxtricity for the longest time. This is the first Toxtricity, and later there will be another Toxtricity. This is a tech sync pair with a Strike EX roll, and this sync pair starts on October 31, with the last day being November 19. And as a Pokefair, you have a 5 out of 5 grid, so get 5 copies in order to max her out. Then, we have volume 15 of the monthly Pokefair Scout. This one rotates every month. So, this month or next month, November, we have Raihan this time in the monthly Pokefair Scout. If you want to go for this, then go for it. But probably just skip this one if you want any of the other sync pairs. Next is a very sus banner, in the sense that we don't know a lot of info about this yet. This is called a Mix Scout. And a Mix Scout, well, it says over here, let me just try to tell you guys what a Mix Scout actually does. Well, when this sync pair scout ends, the scout points will be carried over to the next Mix Scout, says Absol-utly's Datamine. And you can only choose from sync pairs that are being offered through this sync pair scout. You may get exclusive sync pairs other than mixed sync pairs from the Mix Scout. And mixed sync pairs are sync pairs that appear during the Mix exclusive scout. Mixing pairs may appear outside of Mix exclusive scouts in the future. And there's like a maximum number of times you can scout for a mixed tier scout. It's actually very confusing. I have no idea what this does yet. Probably a variety scout of some sort. But the scout points carry over to the next mixed scout or something like that. As you can see, this starts on November 1 and last day is on November 19. And this is a field sync pair with a Strike EX roll. Now, this one is a 3 out of 5. You can max him out at 3 copies. But another red. Again, another red. If you're scouting for this one, if you know any other info about this one, do let me know in the comment section. But that's all we know from this banner. It's called a Mix Scout. So we have Spotlight Scouts, Variety Scouts, Seasonal Scouts, Pokefair Scouts, Master Fair Scouts, Mix Scouts. Did I miss anything? Select Scouts, basically, or some sort of similar stuff like that. Ticket Scouts, Mix Scouts, whatever. Next, Signesuit Pierce is paired up with a low-key Toxtricity. And I'm happy about this one because we've been wanting Pierce with a Toxtricity for the longest time, and it's finally happened. This is a Strike sync pair with an EX roll of support. And this one is an electric type sync pair with poison type attacks. Meanwhile, Roxy is a poison type sync pair with electric type attacks. So, they can both bring in electric terrain and poison zone, if I'm not mistaken. So, interesting. Which one will you scout for? Signature Pierce has a buddy move, and Roxy, I think, also has a buddy move. If not, no buddy move, but has Dynamax. So Roxy has Dynamax, Pierce has a buddy move. Next, Ryuki. Been in the game for like 2 or 3 years. Finally scoutable. This is a Spotlight Scout. And guys, you should always scout for Spotlight Scouts so that DNA will give us more Spotlight Scouts in the future, because DNA has been stingy with Spotlight Scouts because nobody's scouting for them. Kidding, you know. Spotlight Scouts are permanent. You don't need to scout for them. But show Spotlight Scouts some love so that DNA will give us more. If you go for the paid route, you can get 1 guaranteed copy with 7,500 paid gems. Meanwhile, Pokefairs like Signature Pierce max out at 5 copies. Do not give you a paid route, but every single copy gives you like power-ups. 5 copies give you enough power-ups to make him 6-star EX, as well as enough support roll cake coins to give him that support EX roll. Next, we have Penny. This one is also a Pokefair Scout. This is a support sync pair with a Strike EX roll. Not a good combination. I don't like support strikers. But, you know, Penny is finally out. Her EX colors are similar to Bead 6-star EX. But that's the first Eevee we have. We have 3 Eevees in this update. Hiya. This starts on November 10, ends on November 29. And for the next Eevee, we have Elaine from Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Was not expecting her, honestly. Some of you guys have been wanting Chase and Elaine, and I was like, they're not popular enough. Turns out, DNA wants to make them popular because she is a Pokefair Scout. Pokefairs max out at 5 copies. You need 5 copies to max to get all her Synchron tiles. Support sync pair with a Tech EX roll. Hiya. Ends on December 6. We have another Scout. This is a Variety Scout. Elio and Seline Variety Scout. Both of them have Espeon and Umbreon, and they have inverse EX rolls. Wait, let me confirm this, if this is actually correct. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Elio and Seline should have Seline. Oh, I knew it. I made a mistake. Sorry, guys. Seline is also let me correct that very quickly. Seline is also a Tech Sync pair with a support EX roll. So both of them are Tech support sync pairs. And that's that. This is a Variety Scout, meaning there should be a paid route to get one of the 2 copies, and they max out at 3 copies. But that's it. That's another sus banner for us. Now for reruns. Iris Pokefair Scout happens on November 6, ends on November 19. Iris now has a 5 out of 5 grid with aggravation 2, if I'm not mistaken, for her Dragon Rush. Nothing interesting. She gets Soften Up 1 to make her sync moves crit higher chance of crit, but no new multipliers, which is a sad thing because she's very strong, and additional multiplier would make her even more OP. Next, we have the Fire type exclusive double feature Pokefair Scout. Happens on November 8, ends on November 21. This is gonna coincide with the Fire type high score event, which is gonna happen very soon. So, this one is paired up with this 5-star select type scout. You can use paid gems to get the fire types, and you can select a random sync pair, a fire type sync pair after you scout for your multi-pull here. But this requires paid gems. Triple variety or triple feature variety scout. I did not see the date of this one, but I'm assuming this has the same date as Seline and Elio. I might be wrong with these dates, just keep that in mind. This is the rerun, the very first rerun of a Variety Scout. This scout happened last year, and it was, in my opinion, the worst banner ever, the most evil banner ever, until the Team Rocket tiered scout banner came out. The Team Rocket variety scout banner was worse than this one. So if you're scouting for this one, remember what I said, this is a pretty evil banner. So good luck if you're scouting for this one. Next, we have the double feature Pokefair Scout. It's gonna happen on November 24 to December 5. If you're scouting for this one, you can get these two as featured units. They are both Pokefairs. And Pokemon Masters Day happens on November 25. You can now get Lenora in Pokemon Masters Day. Again, Lenora is gonna happen, is gonna appear on any banner that happens. Is Lenora's final day November 31? Because if it's her final day is October 31, she will not be there yet when you scout for Roxy. But for Pierce and all the other banners, she's gonna be there. Lenora is scoutable here in our Happy Scouts. And this update, rerun. Serena is rerunning, and you can get her EX role as a support sync pair when she finally reruns. And if you get the paid route, she has a paid route, she has a non-paid route. The paid route, one copy will give you one support role cake. Enough to make her give her the support EX role, or you can give this support EX role to anyone else you saw earlier with a support EX role or stuff like that. And with that said, guys, that is actually the last of the new and rerunning sync pairs of this update. Now, I have a very long day ahead of me. I will not be able to make the other data mine in a nutshell. No gem count video, no whatsoever, until much, much later, probably tomorrow. So I'll appreciate your patience. And I'd appreciate the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know again who you are scouting for. But that's it for this video. This is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, your artist Team Skull Grunt. I will see you in the next video.